Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. The Beavers will kick it away to start. Looking for blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense takes the field to start this game off. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch it? They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. They'll throw it from the red zone. That's caught. It's Alvarez. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Beavers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with the quarterback and the receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them, so I would keep.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Beavers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch right at the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Line gets set, first down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's McPherson. At the 45, on his way. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On the ground, it's McPherson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 21 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. A third and long coming up here. He leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100.
And he breaks into the open. The 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse. I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Makes the grab over the middle. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Beavers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Beavers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon State, 35. Arizona State.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Coming after it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
First down for the offense.
Power football with the run.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you can tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his big tight end. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes a connection. Afterburner's coming. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Sun Devils will try to punch it in on first and goal.
First and goal. Arizona State.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
He's got the tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And with that stop by this defense, now I think it's interesting because obviously the scoreboard, multiple possessions, what I need to accomplish. Do you kick it now because it's a long yardage fourth down situation, or do you say, nope, I'm going for the touchdown?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome. We'll see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Coming out with it, it's Wallace.
Returner brings it out to the 22. And your Oregon State Beavers will take over.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Stands in and takes the hit. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson has just had no answer to the onslaught they've faced so far today. Almost feels like instead of touching Howard's Rock, that sucker was dropped on top of him. They're trailing by 18 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
On second down, looking again to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incomplete.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to get to it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Beavers have moved it inside the 20. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Splits the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the new kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were
looking to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the field and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays.
Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the California Golden Bears. The Golden Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
A little screen to the running back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got his man in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to throw on second down. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The Beavers with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Beavers have pushed it inside the 20. They'll go to the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. You take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Cal Bears offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Gives it to the back on the draw. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out fast.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense going all in to stop the run. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting a pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
They're trying to get to it. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it. Open.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
7, Cal, 3.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. The Beavers are on the move. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Got room at the 35.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Finds his big tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. The Golden Bears are in the red zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Touchdown.
What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Oregon State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Northwestern showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top. It's complete. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Beavers! And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On the return, it's Wallace. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Beavers are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. It's still third and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's right on target. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the returner goes down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Beavers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Golden Bears want to move quickly. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes.
Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. Can't get into the ground. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Fires the pass, intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's just excellent cover. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened now.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's going to fire deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later into the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. Going for it all. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football instead of the turnover. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. They go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
I'm about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Cal! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The offense set for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on second down after the incompletion. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football. You've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Golden Bears in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Unloads to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They're going to throw it again. Going downfield for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Beaver! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the returner will be dragged down. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this one.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's back to throw on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they are still short of the 1st down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the route is on. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe he's something right.
He lobs one high down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Golden Bear! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
offense.